Hi, everybody. Today is game day. We're maxed out at 8 people. It's something that we host occasionally, and I love playing games. Kris loves playing games too, but he's a little younger than me, so I grew up with cards and Yahtzee, Crazy Eights. Now there's so many games, but I'm not really into the role-playing games. But anyway, I'm just waiting for 3 other guests, and then we'll go downstairs where we have our little game set up and show you what we did for food. We just like to eat. I didn't lose any weight this week. In fact, I gained 2 pounds. It was probably the other night at Jill's. I don't know. Probably the wine. So yeah, be right back with you. I grew up with friends and family and games, and I never really found a group as an adult for a long time anyway. But cards and Yahtzee, not so much a thing anymore as much as, I don't know, there's some role-playing games, and there's so many new games. Monopoly is not one of them, so all the new games. Anyway, so we will be having a nice lunch and having fun and a lot of laughs, and I'll see who would like to be on camera. We'll see. I'm kind of hoping Jen and Nicole will. They're great girls. Some of my favorite people are here. Are you waiting for our guests too? Yes. Okay. And the food.
Cool. I got Minecraft because Benny thought that would be one for you.
Oh, well, there will be more.
That's 2 games.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it.
Just wasn't any room there.
Yep.
Okay,
Oh,
this is Jen and Nicole. I wasn't sure if they would be willing or not.
And he's the
It's video,
but
you
he's
can
only
talk.
beatable by
No.
one
Shit.
card.
I don't
wanna get in trouble.
Okay, well, wait. Do you want a glass of wine?
Yeah, and then it's got, but they have a section on it where you can go to buy
Okay.
sleeves. It's hard to figure out what the size is.
Nice.
It makes it pretty easy.
Do you have anything
Yeah,
to?
that part's never gonna.
You do.
That's-
Excellent. Excellent.
I got people stickers.
Yeah.
Okay, Asian
I like
soup spoons it is.
I don't know. And then you need like
Okay.
great qualities.
Okay, now it's lunch.
I remember that. Where does that go?
What you getting there?
Like,
I'm just trying.
oh my god.
Just razzing on you.
Chick.
I know. Jen's the one.
That fun to play?
Oh my goodness, I have to
Depending on who
fuzz
you're playing
out
it with, yes.
Chris's
Because I
face
see there's
now.
somebody that has one pretty. It's your city. There's a place
Okay,
that does it.
So who's going to be the big winner today?
It's like a gaming
Yeah,
ballet.
Brick Street.
Huh?
Yeah, it just
Nicole?
opened
Yeah.
like 6 months ago.
Probably.
No,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
Every
I was
time.
thinking about sometimes.
Who's the big cheater?
It's cool.
Francine.
It's
Oh! Just to be clear, never
Weird.
cheated.
I thought about that.
Ever,
Okay.
ever.
So,
but no, it's a neat
Not
space.
true.
They have
Throw in 1 card,
You pick.
and then you're gonna pick the best one.
Hi there. One eternity later, new day. We had a lot of fun. I need to do that a little bit more often. I wax and wane between thinking of death and, and having a blast living. So I don't know. It's quite a pace. Anyway, I wanted to also mention the mailbag. This did not come from YouTube, but it did come from Facebook. And I thought it was an interesting question. I can't remember exactly what the question was, but it was something about interesting clients and interesting events in my career as a medium and as a grief counselor. And yeah, I've had some very interesting clients, but I've done radio. I have done events and festivals and organized festivals. So yeah, I have a lot of history, behind me, where history belongs. But one client that I've had is very interesting. I thought I would share her story, or at least my experience with her story. So we're going to call her Lisa, and I haven't read for her for many, many years. I mean, she drove a PT Cruiser when they were first out, so that should tell you how long ago that was, when everybody wanted a PT Cruiser, but now we find that they're not really very reliable. I read for Lisa probably 3 times, maybe 4, and she started referring to her and someone else. They were going to take a drive to New England, or they were going to do this. And I knew her to be single, and my intuitive self really tried hard to figure out why she keeps saying we. And finally, the last reading that we had, I asked her, so who are we driving up to Boston or New England? And she let me know that she had multiple personalities, and they really go as a group. That was a jaw dropper. And my reaction was initially was, okay, I could understand why I didn't see a we, because I knew her to be single. I couldn't see anybody around her, but that's because it's all in the mind. And I don't know if that's always the case, but in this case it was. So I asked Lisa, how did you find out that you had multiple personalities? And apparently that was a very good question to ask, because it fascinated me, just fascinated me. So she said that she was in therapy for a while, and her therapist asked her to journal. And that's not an unusual request. But she did this with a purpose. She was journaling for a while, and then one day she opened the journal to, write in it, and she saw someone else's handwriting. And it obviously freaked her out a bit. And then she was looking through the book and saw several different handwritings, and she did not remember putting those entries in. And I have a feeling there was a lot of pages filled, but she probably thought she was on page 4 and found herself on page 40. She took the book back to the therapist, as she usually does. She's kind of like, what is this? And that's the way the therapist wanted her to be introduced to these other characters. She'd been going in and out of, personality from one to the other in the therapy sessions for quite a while. So I thought I'd share that, because Lisa was definitely an influence on me, and just as far as things that make you go, huh? So yeah, I find I have a lot of interesting clients, actually, and maybe another time, another story. I find fascination everywhere, and she seemed to be very accepting of it. And I think that they started journaling, kind of answering back and forth to each other. And that's how she got to know them. And I think she said there were about 7 or 8 personalities. So yeah, that's my interesting story for today. It was not a mailbag YouTube, as I said, but I would love to hear your questions. All right, so I will talk to you soon. And if you're still with me, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate that. Good morning, everyone. I hope you're doing well. I'm back in the car vlogging again. I think that until Neon gets back home when school starts, this seems to be a very comfortable position for me. It gives me a little quiet time. Plus, I get to talk to someone on my way somewhere. So I'm heading to my volunteer gig. And I think that this particular video is going to sort of be a little bit of a montage of clips, because I made a few short ones. We'll see. Nothing too heavy though. I think it's been really nice to have Neon. I don't really think. I do. I know that it's been really nice to have Neon with us. But we're heading toward probably less than 2 weeks now, actually, before they have to go back to school. And a few days before that, we'll move them back in with their mom. And I'll be sad, but I'll have more time in the morning to do stuff. And today I wanted to, last night I vacuumed. Today I wanted to go along with the little hose in the corners and stuff, and couldn't do that because Neon sleeps till like 10. But that was an agreement. Trust me, Neon would be in bed, probably till noon. But I think it's been very successful as far as rewiring their brain, I guess, because last year, the school year was not as successful as it could have been. They were needing to nap after school. And then maybe getting up at dinner time. It's not been good. They're going to bed too late, and so we had a certain agreement for the summer, and that was just in hopes that they go back home and they could keep these new habits, and I think they're very happy with them. The eating structure, they lost a ton of weight, and I don't think that they're done, but I do think that there's been a lot of growth this summer. So it's no secret we wanted Neon to stay with us. It's a healthier environment, but at 15 you got to give them the choice, and they chose to stay where they were. And Mom is very nice, but does have some issues. There are problems at home that I won't go over, but they know our door is always open, and they're not that far away. So we'll go back to seeing them on Wednesday nights and every other weekend. That's going to take some adjusting after 3 months. Nina and I are close, and as close as a step child and stepmom can be, I guess. Anyway, so one thing I wanted to bring up was, I had my bucket list. The cow was first. I had to move that. I had to change that because the volunteer work was first. It was just that it's something I always wanted to do, but it came before the official bucket list. So we've got volunteer work, which I think should be on everybody's bucket list. And then we have the cow, hugging the cow, which was so fabulous. Now, you all know that I've mentioned Corvette over and over again, that I always wanted to have a Corvette. Well, I'm not getting a Corvette, but I did get an offer to ride in a Corvette. So I'm taking that because I've never been in a Corvette. I might need some help at this age to get out of the Corvette. But this coming Sunday, I'm going to have a ride pick me up at my home. So that's really exciting. I think the cow might be a little bit more exciting. I think I don't know. We'll see. I can't possibly be as exciting as owning a Corvette, but I saw pictures of it and it's beautiful, and yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And then I have another bucket list to go to Virginia Beach in October. I don't think I've ever been to Virginia Beach, and that's crazy. So if anybody knows of accommodations, if I haven't already booked, that would be affordable because I'm on a budget, obviously. That would be near the beach, at least. I would love an ocean view, but I don't know. That might be unattainable. Well, it's probably not unattainable. I just don't want to stay somewhere gross. You know what I'm saying? I'm still grossed out by finding the bed bug in Lancaster City. So, I think I'm going to have a good time though. I love the beach. And if we're in Jersey, I love the shore. But I definitely love me a boardwalk. Now, I think in Atlantic City is the only place you can actually get a tram. But I like to people watch. I don't have to go into every store and every souvenir shop that they're kind of like the same, duplicated over and over again. But just riding the tram, I don't know what it is. It's kind of like the way I love the train. I don't get it. But I think that that's probably the only place that has a tram, as far as I know. But that's fine. The boardwalk in Virginia Beach is 3 miles long. And I aim to make sure that it all gets covered. Okay, I am here. Joint is hopping today. Ooh, really hopping. Okay. It looks like the folks have a lot of visitors today. It's a gorgeous day. I'm so glad that heat wave is over. I mean, it'll probably come back again. Or, well, it won't come back. We'll get another one. Anyway, so that's that. And I'm sure that I have a couple other segments and clips to put together. And we'll see what the final product looks like. I have no idea. I can't even remember all the little clips I've made. All right, I'm going to go help some older folks with their spiritual growth. I had somebody staring at me from another car. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm talking to myself, lady. Okay. She's too old to understand what it could be, FaceTime or something, but anyway, love these people. So that's that. I got things to do, hymns to sing. Catch you later.